Welcome and thank you for choosing Cronatia Foundation College Incorporation as your training center. I am Andre Vincel Cañares, your national TVET trainer in disqualification computer system servicing NC2. To start, let us check your attendance. When your name is called, please raise your hand and say I'm here and kindly correct me if I mispronounce your name. John Michael, Alvin, Rhea Princess, Adrian. Okay, good. That everybody is present, then let us move with our shop policy, rules and regulation, which includes your attendance, uniform, ID, and our truism. Let us discuss it one by one. First, your attendance, which I will be checking Monday to Fridays. You have to comply at least 80% of the training duration. Also, you have to be punctual in sense that you have to be in our shop 30 minutes before our call time so that we have ample minutes to clean and prepare our areas for our activities. Your training will start at 8 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. and 11:30 till 1 p.m. is your lunch break. Our training will resume in 1 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. Secondly, your uniform. You have to wear with you your school prescribed uniform. Your ID, you have to sling on your ID. And lastly, our shop truism, which is safely first in everything we do, especially inside our shop. We have to observe safely. Everything is clear? To proceed with our CBT orientation, who among you knows CBT? Or have you already encountered the term CBT? CBT stands for Curriculum-Based Training. It is a training delivery approach that focuses on the competency development of the learners as the result of the training. It emphasizes most on what the learner can do. It focuses outcomes rather than the learning processes within specified time. In CBT education and training system should begin and end with the customer needs. In the simplest term, it is student-centered approach. Are you following? I am too fast. Okay. CBT have 10 principles. Number 1. Training is based on curriculum development from the competency standard. Training is within standard that the trainee should meet. Number 2. Learning competency based or modular in structure. When we say modular, all units of competency have corresponding CBLM or curriculum-based learning materials. Use of CBLM. Number 3. Training delivery is individualized and self-paced, which means that you will be given enough time to hone your knowledge, skills, and attitude in computer system servicing NC2. 4. Training is based on work that must be reformed, standards, and curriculum. Number 5. Training materials are directly related to the competency. Number 6. Assessment of learners is based in the collection of evidences of work performance based on industry or organization required standards. 7. Training is based on of job components. 8. The system allows recognition of prior learning or RPL. 9. The system allows for learning to enter and exit programs at different times and levels and not receive awards for competencies attained at any point. 10. Approved training programs are nationally accredited. So, the rules of the trainer. Number 1. Serve as a team member to determine what is to be learned, meaning I am here to determine your training needs. Number 2. Stimulate trainees. Motivation, motivator. Number 3. Manage learning, a consultant rather than a provider of information, a facilitator of learning. The roles of that training. Number one, trainees may select what they want to learn and when they want to learn it within reason. Number two, trainees learn at their own rate within program guidelines. They may speed up, slow down, stop, or even repeat a task, multiple entry and multiple exit. Number three, trainees may request to receive credit for what they already know. Computer system servicing NC2 is divided into three major competencies. We do have basic, common, and core. And common are embedded in our core competencies in HKS and C2. UC1 install and configure computer system. UC2 set up computer networks. UC3 set up computer servers. UC4 maintain and repair computer systems and networks. If you will successfully finish all the competencies, well, in CBT, we do use competency-based learning material or CBLM. Inside the CBLM are information sheets, self-checks and answer keys, task sheets and job sheets with corresponding performance criteria and checklist. Anyway, in our computer system servicing NC2 shop, we do have 9 learning areas. Let us move on and roam around. All of you, come after me. Practical Work Area A, space for the trainee to hone their knowledge, skills, and attitude. Learning Resource Area, where CBLM are displayed and available for use. Institutional Assessment Area, the knowledge, skills, and attitude of the trainee is tested and evaluated. Then, let us go back to our plenary to resume our orientation. How are you going to evaluate in CBT? Through the aid, of course, of assessment tools such as demonstration, checklist, performance, criteria checklist, written test, and oral interview. And the rating system in CBT? You will be rated as competent if you will perform the knowledge, skills, and attitude required in computer system servicing NC2 according to the set in standard, and not yet competent if you fail to meet the required competencies according to the set standard. We're on pre-assessment. In CBT, pre-training assessment should occur to identify the characteristics of trainee, to determine the training needs, and most of all, the recognition of prior learning of any trainee. To experience the pre-training assessment, I do have here data gathering tools such as trainee characteristic form, self-assessment, check pre-assessment tests that can be answerable by yes or no, and 30 items pre-test in computer system servicing NC2. I will be giving you 45 minutes to fill and answer the documents. Time's up. Please hand me your papers. Please give me a moment to scan and check this. As I've checked your pre-assessment, it shows that Miss Miss Rhea, has prior learning in computer system servicing NC2. Wait for further instruction. Let me entertain Mr. John Michael, since you do not have prior knowledge and this qualification. Let me assign you a unit competency. 1. Install and configure computer system. Please proceed to the learning resource area. Here is the CBLM and provide. Computer system servicing to clients inside CBLM are information sheets self-check with corresponding answers keys. If you have difficulty pertaining to mathematics, science, and English, feel free to go to the contextual resource area. Our computer laboratory is also available for research and viewing of computer servicing, system servicing, and sync tips. Let me leave you for a moment. Well, congratulations, Miss Rhea. You convinced me that you have a prior learning in computer system servicing NC2. In line with the result, I am now going to record it on our achievement chart and progress chart. I will also put your name on our training matrix and you can proceed already on UC5 Clean Public Areas, Facilities and Equipment. Go to the Learning Resource area and grab the CBLM on UC5 Clean Public Areas, Facilities and Equipment. Read its information sheets, answer self-checks, and refer your response to the answer keys. If you have difficulty pertaining to English, science, and mathematics, just proceed to our contextual learning area. Our computer laboratory is also open for your research and viewing related to our training. It is already time for us to go home. Then see you tomorrow, Miss Rhea and Mr. John Michael. Do not forget to proceed directly in our institutional assessment area tomorrow, okay? Good morning again, Mr. Mr. John Michael. Kindly proceed in practical work area to practice what is assigned to you. Also, Miss Rhea, let's get in our institutional assessment area for our institutional assessment. Here are tools and equipment for the demonstration. If you have questions, you may ask now, before when the demonstration started. You are no longer allowed to do so. As a friendly reminder, do not forget occupational health and safety while demonstrating. Wear also your appropriate PPE. You are given 15 minutes to perform the activity. Here is your 30 items written test. Please read and follow the direction after that one. We will have an oral interview. Are you done? Okay. Are you ready for the interview? Question 1. What do you call the computer software which you configure before installing the OS? Hmm? Okay. Question 2. What would you advise to a client who wants to improve the computer's built-in video card? Before anything else, I would like to ask how's the assessment. For the result of your institutional assessment, your written test is satisfactorily. You got 25 over 30. Your interview was improvised. You had promptly and correctly answered the questions. Your demonstration, you fulfilled the expectation. However, unnoticed that forgot to keep the tools after you had performed. Also, you can proceed in your remaining UC, which is maintain and repair computer systems and network, while I am going to record your output in our progress chart. Congratulations for completing all the activities and uses in the Computer System Servicing NC2. You are now qualified to take the national assessment. Look for the nearest accredited assessment center and bring the following requirement of two passport size photos with white background and payment of 100 pesos. You will also need to fill the application form, self-assessment guide, and wait for your schedule of assessment. But if you leave, please fill in this evaluation form. The purpose of this evaluate our training center facilities trainer for future improvements.